Welcome to our channel Storm Rider. The USS Delbert D. Black, designated DDG-119, is one of the U.S. Navy's most advanced guided missile destroyers, and it represents a blend of cutting-edge technology, proven naval architecture, and modern warfare capabilities. Named after Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy Delbert D. Black, the first person to hold that prestigious position, this ship embodies both tradition and innovation, honoring a legacy while preparing for the challenges of future maritime operations. As part of the Arleigh Burke-class, specifically a Flight IIA variant, it carries forward a lineage that has become the backbone of the U.S. surface fleet, but with updates that make it even more effective in today's fast-changing strategic environment. At its core, the Delbert D. Black is built for versatility. The Arleigh Burke-class destroyers are often called the Swiss Army knives of the Navy because they can perform a wide variety of missions: anti-air warfare, anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, and ballistic missile defense. This multi-role capability is one of the ship's strongest selling points, as it allows a single vessel to adapt to different situations without relying heavily on specialized support ships. For the average viewer, that means this isn't just a warship built for one type of fight, it's designed to be effective across nearly every domain of naval combat. In terms of design, the ship features the familiar sleek, angular silhouette of the Arleigh Burke-class, optimized for radar cross-section reduction. The hull and superstructure incorporate design choices that make it harder to detect by enemy sensors, which gives it a degree of stealth. At 509 feet in length and displacing about 9,300 tons when fully loaded, the Delbert D. Black is not the largest ship in the fleet, but it packs an incredible amount of firepower and technology into that frame. The propulsion system is based on 4 gas turbine engines, similar to jet engines, which provide about 100,000 horsepower combined. This allows the destroyer to cruise at speeds in excess of 30 knots, or roughly 35 miles per hour, which is remarkably fast for a warship of this size. That speed is not just about getting from point A to B, it means the destroyer can reposition quickly in battle or escort a carrier strike group with ease. The heart of the ship's combat capability lies in its Aegis combat system, a highly advanced, integrated radar and weapons control platform that allows the ship to detect, track, and engage threats simultaneously. The SPY-1D phased array radar provides 360-degree coverage, capable of tracking hundreds of targets in the air and on the surface at once. This is crucial for modern warfare, where threats can come from ballistic missiles, low-flying cruise missiles, fast-moving aircraft, or even small surface vessels. For the layman, you could think of the Aegis system as the ship's brain that constantly scans the environment, processes information at incredible speed, and coordinates the ship's weapons to respond with precision. Speaking of weapons, the Delbert D. Black is bristling with armaments. Its primary punch comes from the Vertical Launching System, or VLS, which holds up to 96 missiles. These cells can launch a wide variety of munitions, from the long-range Standard missiles designed to shoot down aircraft and missiles, to Tomahawk cruise missiles capable of striking land targets hundreds of miles away, and ASROC rockets for anti-submarine warfare. This flexibility means that the same launch system can be used to handle very different threats depending on the mission. Complementing the missile arsenal or other weapons like the 5-inch Mark 45 naval gun, useful for engaging surface ships or providing gunfire support for troops on shore. For close-in defense against missiles and aircraft, the ship carries the Phalanx CIWS, a rapid-firing Gatling-style gun that acts as the last line of protection. Additionally, it has torpedo tubes for anti-submarine warfare and mounts for machine guns to counter small boat threats. An equally important part of the destroyer's mission set is anti-submarine warfare. The ship carries advanced sonar systems, both hull-mounted and towed array, which allow it to detect submarines over long ranges. This is especially important given the growing number of sophisticated submarines around the world. The ship also has the capacity to embark 2 MH-60R Seahawk helicopters, which dramatically extend its ability to hunt submarines, conduct surveillance, or even engage surface targets. For the average viewer, the helicopters are like the destroyer's eyes and ears, able to scout far ahead and carry weapons to deal with threats that the ship itself might not be able to reach in time. Life on board the Delbert D. Black is also worth highlighting. The ship typically carries a crew of about 300 sailors, and while naval life is never luxurious, these modern destroyers are designed with better living conditions than earlier generations. They have improved berthing compartments, more efficient climate control, and better facilities to support long deployments. Given that these ships can operate independently for extended periods or spend months as part of a carrier strike group, providing a decent quality of life for the crew is an important factor in sustaining readiness. Another unique aspect of this destroyer is its namesake. Delbert D. Black was not an admiral or general, but a Master Chief Petty Officer, which is the highest enlisted rank in the Navy. Naming the ship after him is a tribute to the enlisted sailors who form the backbone of the fleet. It highlights the Navy's recognition that leadership and service are not only found at the highest command levels but also among those who dedicate their entire careers to the day-to-day work of keeping the fleet operational. This connection to the enlisted ranks makes the ship's identity particularly meaningful to many in the Navy community. Performance-wise, the ship is designed for endurance and flexibility. It can operate for months at sea without resupply thanks to its onboard storage of fuel, food, and munitions, though replenishment ships usually extend its reach. Its ability to integrate seamlessly with other ships, aircraft, and allied forces makes it a key part of joint operations. In practical terms, this means the Delbert D. Black could be deployed in the Pacific to deter rival navies, in the Middle East to support land operations, or in the Atlantic to guard against submarines, all within the same deployment cycle if needed. While the ship represents some of the best naval engineering currently afloat, it is not without challenges. Building and maintaining such high-tech vessels is expensive, with costs running into billions of dollars per ship. Critics sometimes argue that the Navy invests too heavily in large, high-value platforms that could be vulnerable to swarms of cheaper weapons like drones or small missiles. However, supporters counter that the destroyer's layered defense systems, constant upgrades, and ability to adapt make it a vital investment in maritime security. The Navy continues to enhance these ships with new technologies, including ballistic missile defense upgrades and the potential integration of directed energy weapons like lasers in the future. In summary, the USS Delbert D. Black DDG-119 is far more than just another warship. It's a highly capable, flexible, and resilient platform that embodies the modern U.S. Navy's approach to sea power. It can defend against missiles in the sky, hunt submarines beneath the waves, strike targets hundreds of miles inland, and protect carrier groups or merchant fleets across the globe. For general audiences, it's a symbol of American naval strength and technological prowess, while for those with a deeper interest in naval affairs, it's a fascinating example of how decades of shipbuilding experience and modern combat systems come together in one ship. Whether seen as a tribute to enlisted sailors through its namesake, or as a linchpin in global naval strategy, the USS Delbert D. Black stands as an impressive and formidable guardian of the seas.